And how pointer is useful in accessing array. Okay. Then also we saw how array can be passed to the function. Then we saw the pointer with the help of function in call by reference. Okay, use of pointer for call by reference, and what is the difference between call by value and call by reference. And arrays are always passed to the function with call by reference, isn't it? Then also we saw the dynamic memory allocation with the help of pointers, and we discussed about the using pointer with structures. Okay, we have discussed an example how pointers can be used with structures. And what else? Any other point I'm missing which we have seen is function pointers. Like we have data pointers. Similarly, we have function pointers. Okay, my request to all of you is so you please attend the all lectures through your VIIT login. No? Some students are still using their personal email IDs for joining the lectures, so don't do that. And check, Rupesh, have you checked whether you are able to see the timetable and link in your ERP account?
Yes, ma'am. Timetable is not available.
It is not yet available. Okay, keep on checking. Okay, when it will be available, your timetable and the links are available in ERP. It is expected that you should join from the ERP for the lecture so that automatic attendance will be marked. Okay, so till that
Yeah.
time we will take the manual attendance, but all of you are requested to join the meetings through your VIIT login. Okay. Okay, so today we will discuss further part as we have uh, seen the syllabus. It is the first unit is pointers and file handling. Okay, so our next part is file handling. Uh, can I ask you what is exactly file? What is a file? Anyone knows? Yes, first, what is a file? File is for collection of data. Is data collected? Okay, various data. Okay. So, are only data stored in the file? The files are only for storing the data, or anything else can be stored. You can store anything in the files. Program also are the files. Okay, programs also. It is permanent storage of data. Good. So files are used for storing the data permanently. Okay, that is stored in it can be termed as data. Okay, so whatever is stored in the file that can be data, but generally data is used for processing. Okay, so anything can be stored in the data. Text, we can assume text as also data, or it can be a program file where our program is nothing but our data. Okay. So the use of file is to store something permanently, store the data, store the text, etc. permanently. And why it is required? Why it is required to store the data permanently? Like the programs which we saw till current time, like set or matrix. What happened when we execute those programs? At that time, we have to enter some input. Okay, the program will be executed, and uh, you will get some output. And when next time when I'm executing the same program again, I found that I have to re-enter the data. Okay, I have to enter the input data again because whatever input I was giving, that was stored in the uh, temporary memory in RAM. Okay, but now there can be the situations. Suppose my program is for processing the student information of our college. Okay, पूरे कॉलेज के स्टूडेंट का मेरे पास डेटा है, and in my program it is not actually uh, visible that when I am running the program I cannot enter so many records every time. Suppose I have 3000 records, okay, 3000 students data, and I have to do certain modification or certain uh, task I have to do on it, and I cannot enter such large data every time. Okay, it is not feasible for real time application. So what is expected that your data, input data, must be stored permanently in files. Okay, in the storage, your data should be there permanently, and that should be fetched. Your program must be able to fetch that data from the files directly. Okay, so we should not input the data, all the records every time. What is expected? The program by its own should fetch the data from the files, from the permanent storage. Okay, so that is in the real time situations. Okay, when the input data is large, okay, we can have it in the files. Clear? So that is why files are important. uh, we will learn something about, or just revise something about files. Is the screen visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So today's topic is file handling. Introduction to the file. So basic definition of file is treated as stream of bytes. Okay, it is any stream of bytes. When size of the file, it is expressed in terms of number of bytes in the file. Okay, so it is just data which is stored in terms of stream of bytes. The files provide long-term storage of the data, that is permanent storage of the data. They remain to exist even if the computer is switched off. Okay, so even if you switch off the computer and after some time if you want that data, okay, you can get that data again. Two types of files are there: text files and binary files. Okay, now what is text file? Text file, the data is stored in ASCII values, in terms of ASCII values of the text. And what is binary file? The data is the binary values, zeros and ones. Okay, so file, another definition of file is a structure which is defined in stdio.h. Okay, so it is inbuilt structure. We have seen the structure definition, isn't it? It is collection of multiple data elements, okay, which point to the same entity. So similarly, file is a structure which is defined in stdio.h. So it is inbuilt structure, okay, and it has its own properties. Like in that structure, what is stored? Features like size, usage, then memory location, etc. So other details are there associated with that file structure. Okay, so every file has its own file structure, file in capital. Okay, so this structure is already written in stdio.h, and we have to create a variable of it. Okay, so we are creating a pointer variable of this file structure when we want to have when we want the permanent storage of the data. Okay, any doubt till this? So what we are supposed to do, we are supposed to write a program. Okay, up to now whatever program we were writing, we were using certain functions to communicate with the users, isn't it? We were communicating with our users using certain functions like printf, scanf. Using printf, we were showing certain messages to user. Okay, and using certain functions like scanf, we were taking the input from the user. Okay, so in our program, we were writing the instructions for communicating with the user. Now, our program should have one more property. There should be now functions or instructions which will help us to communicate with the file also now. Okay, some instructions will be there which will help us to communicate with the file which is stored in the permanent memory. Okay, so the function to initially have the handle with this file or establish communication with the file is fopen. In C, there is a function fopen using which we establish this handle with the file. Okay, and it returns a file pointer. Okay, this fp is nothing but a file pointer which is returned when we call the function fopen. A file that fopen returns a file pointer. Okay, and through this file pointer we can communicate with the file. Okay, our program can communicate with the file with the help of this file pointer. Okay, clear? This basic scenario is clear. How our program we will now modify. Our program will now be able to communicate with the users as well as it will be communicating with the file. So suppose I have to add something, add the data of one student into the file. So what my program will do, program will ask the user to enter the input for the details of a student. Okay, so suppose details of the students are like roll number, name, marks, etc. Okay, so those details will be taken from the user, and those details will be taken using scanf, and using certain functions we will be able to write those details as it is in the file. Okay, and whenever required, using certain functions we will be able to fetch those details from the file, process those details, and we can show again to the user. Okay, like this we should have the communication with the file. Okay, so file is collection of records, where record is collection of one or more fields. Okay, like we have seen structure. Okay, so file is also a structure with multiple elements in it, multiple records in it. FP is a file pointer mentioned here, which contains address of structure file. Okay, so when we are saying fopen, I can give a variable name. Okay, and it will have the structure of file. Okay, so this basic need of file is clear, what file is going to do. Okay, and how our program we will modify to communicate with user as well as file. Okay, so we have to learn those functions. Now we know those functions which are helping us to communicate with the user. Similarly, there are functions which help us to communicate with the file. Okay, so we will learn those functions also in detail, and then we will discuss the programs. Okay, which will be helping us for communication of the with the file. So text files, in detail we will see difference between text files and binary files. Text files, they contain visible characters. Okay, the ASCII values will be written here in the text files. We can see the content of the file on monitor using certain editors. There are text editors available using which we can open the file and read the contents. Okay, so we can those editors can be used for modification, then deletion of the data in the file. Then examples of text files are a C program which we are writing, then Word file, Notepad file, etc. Okay, these are the text files which can be opened through the editor and edited through that. Now, it contains the text files. They contain ASCII value of text stored in it. Okay, it is easy to handle as its contents are visible. Okay, so suppose I want to store x is equal to 125. This will be stored. This 125 is stored as the ASCII value of 1, ASCII value of 2, and ASCII value of 5 in this way. Okay, so 3 bytes of memory will be taken to store 125 in the memory if it is a text file. Okay, now we'll go to the binary file. Binary file, it stores the binary data in the binary format. So in order to store graphics, image, or sound, it will be useful. Okay, such binary files will be useful to store the graphics or images, sound files, etc. It is more compact and takes less storage area. Okay, how? Example is same 125. Suppose we have to store in binary format, then it will be converted to this binary format. Okay, this will be written into the file, which is 1 byte of memory, which is taking only 1 byte of memory. Okay, so it is compact and takes less storage data as compared to text files. It is difficult to handle, okay, because we cannot open it using any editor and read the contents or modify the contents. Okay, examples of these binary files are executable file and object file. Okay, content can be seen directly on the they cannot be seen directly on the monitor. Okay, and all the text files also, they can be stored in the binary format. Okay, but your binary formats will be stored in the memory. So advantage of binary file is it takes less memory, and the disadvantage is we cannot easily read or update using the editor. Okay, so through program only we have to update this. Okay. So basic file operations are naming a file. We should be able to name our file so that we can that will be the identity of that file, which will be used for further operations. Then we should be able to open the file, read the contents from the file, write the contents into the file. Random access of a record, that is, we should be able to search a particular record from all the records, and closing a file. Okay, so all these are the basic file operations for which we have to see which different functions are available in the C language. So there are different functions available in C++ language also, but the operation, the working of the file is similar. Okay, if you are clear with using file in C, you will be easily able to use file in C++ also, or in Java also. In any program, you can be able to use the files properly. Okay, just the syntax, the function names will differ, but the operations, the logic will remain same. Okay. After this, it is clear. What is file? Is that clear to you? Yes, respond me so that I will proceed.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So we'll see the functions related to file operations. Okay, these are the different functions used in C for doing the operation on the file. So fopen is basically used to open the file in the required mode, and it will return a file pointer. Okay, so if the file is not existing, then it will create a new file and it will return that pointer to the new file. Okay, then fclose, it will close the file. Okay, that means that a handle which is established with the file, that will be vanished. Okay, then reading the character, single character from file, for that there is fgetc function. Then fputc function is there, which will be helping us to write single character into the file. Then fprintf function is there, which helps to print a string into the file. Like we are using printf function to display on the monitor. Similarly, fprintf will display whatever we want in the, it will write that into the file. Fscanf is, it will fetch or read a string, a set of data values from the file. So in fprintf and fscanf, we can use the format strings like %d, %s, %c, etc. Like we are using with the uh, monitors in printf scanf. Similarly, we can use in fprintf and fscanf the format strings as well. Okay, so data values can be written or read using these functions. Then there are fread and fwrite functions. Fwrite helps to write a record into the file, and fread it helps to read a record from the file. Okay. Then fseek function it helps to navigate through the file. Okay, to move through the file, fseek function is useful. And ftail it gives the current position of the file pointer. It gives the current position of the file pointer. And rewind function it again sets the file pointer to the beginning of the file. Clear? So these functions one by one we will see their syntax and use and the example. Okay, and then cumulatively we will uh, learn to write a program. Okay, simple thing. So first function if open, it requires two arguments: the name of the file and the mode in which you want to open that file. Okay, so different modes of opening the file are read mode, write mode, and append mode. Read mode means you want to read the content. Write mode means you can write the contents into the file. Append means the file pointer will be set at the end. Okay? And you can write the contents. You can modify the file by writing
Ma'am,
more
can you
contents.
repeat what does the append etc. do?
Yes, I will repeat. I will go to the details of the modes of file opening. Okay? But initially to start with, file start कैसे करना है? You have to declare a pointer of file structure, capital file. इसका pointer declare करो, and this pointer can be initialized by calling fopen function. Okay, fopen function, and give the name of the file which you want to open and the mode of opening. Okay, so there are different modes of opening. These are the different modes of opening the file. In the read mode, you can open and read the existing file. So अगर file existing नहीं है, if you are giving the new file name, okay, नया file जो existing ही नहीं उसका name दे रहे हो and read mode भी कर रहे हो तो it will give error that read mode works only if the file is there and you are reading. Okay, it will not create the new file with that name. Okay, so if it is existing, then only it can read. Then in write mode, it will open the existing file, but even if the file is not there, okay, it will create a new one with that name, and it will discard the previous contents. अगर वो file है भी पहले से, तो भी when it will open the file in the write mode, it will discard whatever previous contents are there. Okay, and append mode में क्या होगा? It will open the file if it is existing. नहीं है, तो it will create a new file, and it does not discard the previous contents. It writes the contents, new contents at the end of the file. So क्या होता है read mode में जब file open होती है तो file pointer that file should be existing. That is one condition, and the file pointer sets to the beginning of the file. So हम शुरू से read करना start करते हैं file. Clear? So file pointer sets to the beginning. यहाँ पे राइट मोड में क्या होता है जो भी प्रीवियस कंटेंट्स है वो डिलीट हो जाते हैं फाइल में से. ओके, सो अगेन फाइल पॉइंटर इट सेट्स टू द बिगिनिंग. बट अपेंड मोड में क्या होता है प्रीवियस कंटेंट्स आर प्रिजर्व्ड एंड आवर फाइल पॉइंटर विल बी सेट एट द एंड ऑफ द फाइल so that the new records, new data can be added at the end of the file. Okay, that is append mode. Yeah, and in R plus mode, there are variations in these three modes again: R plus, W plus, and A plus. So in R plus, it behaves like R, but write operation is also allowed here. Okay. In W plus mode, it behaves like W, but here we can do the reading operation also. In A plus, it is same as A, append mode, but we can do the read operation. Okay. So these are the different file opening modes. So depending on the requirement, we will select the opening mode. Okay. and these are related to text files. For binary files, you will have these modes: RB, WB, AB, RB plus, WB plus, and AB plus, and their behavior is similar, like these ones. Okay, so these are also same. Clear file opening modes. If open function is clear, you can open the file. First, you have to declare a file pointer, and then you have to set that file pointer using fopen function. And in fopen function, there are two parameters: name of the file and the mode of opening that file. Okay. Right. A call to fclose closes a previously opened file. Okay. File pointer fp, and if you have opened the file, you can close that file. You have to close that file using fclose function. Now, why there is a requirement for closing the file? If I don't close the file, what will happen? Any idea? Any idea? Data will not get saved. Yes, it might be. So you are correct, Pranav. Okay, fwrite, fprintf, etc. we will study in detail. Fread, fscanf, all the functions we are going to study in detail with their syntax. Okay, पहले opening तो सीखो, step by step we will go ahead. तो पहले file declare कैसे करना है, open कैसे करना है. Okay, then if the file is open, we need to close it. Okay, why we need to close the file? If the file is not closed, see, you must have heard about the commit operation in database. Okay, so database में commit operation क्या होता है? Whatever changes we have done, we have to save those changes. That's why commit operation is there. Okay, so commit tells that whatever changes I have done, you need to store that. Similarly, in case of files, when we have opened the file and done some changes, we want that those changes should be reflected in the file. Okay, that's why we close the file, so that, see, when we are doing the operation on the file, what we are doing, we are fetching the contents of the file in the temporary memory in the RAM, and we are doing the modification in that. Okay, so whatever changes we are doing in the RAM, that should be again reflected into the permanent memory. Okay, so how that happens? By using fclose function. When you are saying fclose, whatever changes you have done in the RAM, those will be reflected in the permanent memory. Okay, so fclose is necessary to preserve the changes done. Okay, ma'am, does this commit also get saved? This commit does this thing, that whatever is in RAM, that will be stored in ROM, so that your data is permanently modified. Okay, can we open multiple files at the same time? Yes, we can open multiple files at the same time, and we are going to study that. We have certain assignments related to it. Okay, so fclose is required in order to store the data, which changes, modifications we have done in that data, we have to store that. We have to do the fclose. Okay, so simple input-output operations with character fgetc, fputc, which help us to read single character from file. Okay, and fputc helps to write single character into the file. Okay, so syntax of fgetc is like this. Here we need to pass the parameter as file pointer, fs. Okay, file pointer, whatever is your file pointer variable, you are passing that file pointer. So it tells that character must be read from which file should be used to read the character, and that character which is read, that will be stored in the ch. This is the character variable char ch. Okay, so we have declared char ch, and fs is our file pointer. Clear? So read character from file and store it in ch. Ch is our character variable. We have declared char ch and also file pointer fs. We have initialized. Okay. And fs we have initialized. We have used f open on fs. Okay, so it is reading. So f open is used, and then we can read from that. Similarly, fputsy क्या करेगा? It will be used for writing the character. So it has two parameters. We are having one parameter. First parameter is the character which you want to write into the file. So there is another file pointer ft. So this is file pointer ft, which is a target file. यहाँ पे reading के लिए source file from where we have to read, and this is target file in which we have to write that character. So this is the character which you want to write, and the target file pointer where you want to write that character. So these can be the same. Okay, जहाँ से read कर रहे हो वहीं पे write भी कर सकते हैं same file. And this is important. fgetc it returns EOF when end of the file is reached. So EOF is nothing but a macro. Like we have end of the string is pointed by a /n character. Isn't it? End of the /0 character. End of the string is always marked with /0 character. It is the last character stored in the string. Similarly, in the file, end of the file is EOF is a macro which is the character stored at the end of the file. Okay, it is marker for end of the file. Yeah. So it tells us where to stop reading. So fgetc, fputsy are clear. So what we can do now, we can do these three assignments. Count number of characters, spaces, tabs, new lines, etc. in the file. Read all the contents from the file and copy contents from one file into another. Okay. So out of that, I can show you some reading all the contents of file that we can do with this much knowledge. Asking a question. The question is, so is file a built-in data type? Yes, file is a built-in data type, or it is a
Ma'am, your
structure.
voice is not clear.
Okay. File is a Pratham is asking question. Is file a built-in data type? Yes, Pratham, actually it is a structure written in the stdio.h, of which we are creating a pointer variable. Okay, so its fields are already written. Then again, Pranav is asking a question. Can it be also a function? Because we can also give pointer to function. No, it is not a function, it is structure. File is a structure of which we are creating a pointer variable. Okay. Is the screen visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So okay, I'll write a program. The program. As we have not completed things. do certain modifications in this. So what I want is, I want to write a program which will read all the contents of a given file. What I need is, I have to open a file, suppose it is my first step is to open the file in the read mode, and I will check whether there is any error in opening the file. If it is, there is no error, I can proceed, I can read the contents and go. I'll explain this program, but I'll just create that source file. There is one file then. Data is there in this file. This okay, मुझे अभी क्या करना है? I'm opening a file and I want to read all the contents of this file. Okay, so it is showing. So ये हमारा first step है to declare the file pointer. Then we have opened the file and initialized that file pointer. Then we have checked whether that file pointer is properly initialized or not. So if fp is null, that means that file handle is not set. Then we will display the error and we will return. Okay, it will return, so it will not execute further. And otherwise, if this file opening is proper, while one, that means it is infinite loop. Okay, so infinitely what we are doing, we are reading a character. Single character is read from the file using fgetc function, and we are displaying that character. Okay, so file से एक character read किया, display किया, and we are checking whether it is EOF character, that is last character or not. Last character है तो ये loop break होगा. Otherwise it will again read the next character, it will display that, again check it if it is EOF or not. Okay, clear? So this will continue, this loop will continue until we get EOF, and otherwise after we execute EOF, यहाँ पे F close हो जाएगा, file is closed. ठीक है, तो execution देखो function का, all the characters of that file are displayed from first to last. Okay, whatever is there in your file, that will be displayed. So character by character we are reading the contents from the file using fgetc function. ठीक है, is it okay? So any file you can read from here. Any doubt? So similarly, अगर मुझे will never go into loop. Why? One means always true. Why not? While ch is equal to EOF, because see, initially ch is not declared. So if you want that, then you should have this statement before the while loop starts. Okay, ये यहाँ पे जाएगा, and then you can check. Okay, while one is infinite, or you can have do while loop also, because you can start with the first character. Okay, so there are variations. Using fgetc function, you can read from the file. EOF is not considered a string. EOF is for file only. It is marker for file only. Okay, end of file, that macro it is. Clear? So can you try? अभी ये प्रोग्राम आप ट्राई करो. नेक्स्ट टाइम वी विल डिस्कस इट. कॉपी कंटेंट्स फ्रॉम वन फाइल इनटू अनदर, so you can have two file pointers at the same time. One will be used for reading from source file, and second file pointer can be used for writing into the file. Okay, so using two file pointers you can copy contents from one file into another. if get c यूज करके एक फाइल में से रीड करो, एंड f put c यूज करके दूसरे फाइल में राइट करो. ओके, क्लियर? You can see the syntax of f get c and f put c. You can use this to write that program, simple program. So it is not more than 10-12 lines of code. Okay, so वो execute करके देखो before the next lecture. I will ask you that. Okay, even you can try the first program also. Count number of characters, spaces, tabs, new lines in a file. So if get c use करके आपको वो character read करना है, and you have to check whether it is a space character, whether it is /t character, whether it is new /n character, etc. And for every type of character you will have the counter. Okay, suppose c1 will be incremented if it is a space character. It is initially 0. Then c2 is counter which is initially 0, and /t character मिला तो वो increment हो जाएगा. Then for new line suppose c3 counter है आपका, c3 is 0, and when you get that new line /n character, that counter will get incremented. ठीक है? So reading of the file, reading of a single character from file, and then you will apply if else कि वो रीड किया हुआ कैरेक्टर स्पेस है क्या, उसका काउंटर इंक्रीमेंट करो. whether that is /t, increment that counter like that. ठीक है? So basic operation is same, opening the file, then reading character from it, and then further operations will be done on it. Clear? So मैंने एक प्रोग्राम आपको ये दिखाया, reading all contents of file. Similarly you can try to write these two codes. They are not more than 10 to 15 lines of code. Okay, and most of the part I have shown. Only what you have to do after this fgetc, that will vary. Okay, यहाँ पे हमने डिस्प्ले किया है, वहाँ पे फर्स्ट इसमें क्या करोगे, you will check कि ch कौन से टाइप का है, whether it is /t, whether it is space, whether it is /n, and increment that count. ठीक है? So will you do these homework assignments, practice assignments?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that will help so that we can go ahead with the next functions in the next turn. Okay, we'll discuss the next functions and the next assignments related to file. If any doubts are there, you can ask. Otherwise, we will stop here. Thank you.
Ma'am, what is difference in fwrite and fprintf?
We will see that syntax one by one. In the next session, we will see the syntax, and also we will see the difference. Okay? Clear? अभी f get c, f put c को यूज करके ये असाइनमेंट्स करो जो मैंने बोला है वो. ठीक है? Next time we will discuss more functions, more input output functions related to file. Okay? Any doubts? Other doubts? Thank you. I'll share the attendance sheet.